Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your WWE Mae Young Classic live reactions. It is finally the quarterfinals, and then, of course, later on we will be live reacting to the semifinals. But right now, we got quarterfinals action. We've got 4 matches again on this show. Unfortunately, there will only be 2 matches on the semifinals show, but on this show, we've got Abbey Laith versus Mercedes Martinez, Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler, Hyper Niven versus Toni Storm, and Kairi Sane versus Dakota Kai. John? Brother.
I mean, let's do it, man. This is it. This is the quarterfinals. Winners of these matches go to the semis. And the semis, I mean, that's huge because then you win that and then you obviously make up the final. So I am hyped as fuck for these last 2 episodes, episodes 7 and 8. And I'm just ready to jump into this whenever you are, my man.
Yeah, it's interesting because before we got into this, I had to obviously type up some kind of a description, and I just put the winner of each of the second round matches. I didn't actually put who the winner was because I didn't know it yet. I just literally wrote winner of, match, whatever. And so I had to kind of think like who the winner of each match was as I was listing the matches for this show. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of edit our description to be accurate to the actual winners that we've seen so far. And then we'll be able to get into this. So I hope everybody is excited. I know I am very excited. This show is 53 minutes long, so we need to get into it and stop wasting time. John, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we are going to do this in 3. Actually, I just want to let people know if this is your first time watching, I am going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then I'm going to say go. When I say go is when you hit the play button. Not after, not before. On go is when you hit the play button. So we're going to get into this now. 3, 2, and by the way, yeah, for everyone that didn't know, we are going to be starting at 0000 on the network and all that. So now, apologies for all the stalling, but let's get into this. 3, 2, 1, go. We already know we're going to be getting the signature for WWE and then the Mae Young Classic video package, but I still think it was worth going through all of that hullabaloo. And now I'm really excited for this, man. Our first match is going to be Abbey Laith versus Mercedes Martinez. Abbey Laith is a very interesting path to the quarterfinals. She defeated Jazzy Gabbert in what was easily the upset of the tournament so far. And then she defeated Rachel Evers in a compelling but relatively short match. Mercedes Martinez, though, she's got 2 wins over Xia Li, who was in her first match, and Princessa Suhei, who I believe it was only her second match in the U.S., with the first one being her first round match against Kaylee Ray. So this should be a very interesting match. What are you thinking for Abbey versus Mercedes here?
I think it's going to be a great matchup, great contrast of styles, but I do think Mercedes Martinez has this. I think Abbey Laith is going to have to bring a hell of a lot to beat Mercedes Martinez, and she's capable of bringing all of it. We'll just have to wait and see. What about you, partner? What do you think about that match in particular?
I got to tell you, man, I've gotten behind Abbey Laith, but I don't think she's going to be able to overcome the sort of overwhelming dominance that we've seen from Mercedes Martinez so far.
Right, and there you see Toni Storm there. Because I believe you said that we also have Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler on this show. There's Toni, there's Piper Niven. Yeah, Candice versus Shayna, it's going to be very intriguing to me.
For sure. There's Dakota Kai facing Kairi Sane tonight. That match is going to be a barn burner, and it is the main event of the show tonight, too.
Yeah. I mean, if that match isn't the show stealer potentially of the whole Mae Young Classic, I don't know what will be, because Kairi Sane's been firing on all cylinders, and Dakota Kai really showed us in her match with Rhea Ripley what she's all about. Look at that. That's a sexy-ass bracket right there. All right, let's do this, guys. I'm pumped for this.
All right, here we go. Now, well, I mean, we say let's do this, here we go, but now we have to do this video package too. So more kind of filler before we get to the actual show.
I mean, WWE is just lucky that I'm so into this tournament that really all it does is give me time to build up my hype.
Right.
But yeah, I just love if we just got right into this. As yeah, now we're taking a look around Full Sail. Believe me, they're enjoying each episode more than the last, it feels like.
How strange is it that Mercedes Martinez isn't even the first Mercedes to be in WWE?
Yeah, it is pretty funny. As we got here, Jim Ross and Lita, and doing what I'm sure is providing penetrating, insight into this tournament, rigorous analysis.
I mean, you would hope so, but I don't think JR actually did any research.
Yeah, Kairi Sane versus Dakota Kai. That is going to be freaking awesome, guys.
You can't spell Kairi without Kai, and that's why I think that Dakota Kai is going to overcome.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Toni Storm versus Piper Niven. Come on, Toni. Come on, Toni. You and Kairi just have to win one more match to give me that sexy semifinal matchup. Candice LeRae.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for Toni, but I did pick Piper to win.
And Abbey Laith versus Mercedes Martinez, which we'll be opening up the show with today. I'm actually really looking forward to this because Abby's definitely made her mark in this tournament. If she can beat Mercedes, I think that'd be huge. Because then she'd go to the fucking semis. Like, goddamn.
Oh, we're not even getting intro packages here. We're just getting right into the matches. That's good. That's going to save time. That means that these matches are going to get more time.
Exactly, which is what we all want because all these competitors, and you see now Abbey doing her bow to the trophy, which she hopes
and now
soon
she's going to do it to everyone. She goes so low on that. It's crazy. That low center of gravity, though.
Yeah, Abbey Laith.
Don't they list her at like 5'1" or 5'2", though?
Yeah. There's a sign there. Abbey is worth every penny. The sign got cut off originally, so I'm so thankful it wasn't a mean-spirited sign, because originally I thought it was going to say, like, Abbey is worthless or something. But no, that fan, keeping it tasteful, keeping it respectful. I appreciate that.
Keeping it praiseworthy.
Exactly. There's another bow there. Abbey Laith. And she, graceful, I guess, certainly comes to mind. And now ref checking her over. No foreign objects there.
Mercedes Martinez, here we go.
Mercedes Martinez, who, she was a prominent part of the Mae Young Classic bracketology. She sees this tournament as kind of a stepping stone to really get into that next level, showing WWE, hey, I've got all the makings of your next great, women's wrestler. You talk about the 4 horsewomen with Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Charlotte. I'm sure in Mercedes' mind, she surpasses all of them. And it would be hard to argue that fact from where I sit. I mean, again, a 16-year career, decorated performer. And here's the tail of the tape here. We saw Mercedes beat Princessa Suhei with the Fisherman Buster. Abbey has won both of her matches with the Alligator Clutch.
These two have met once before in the AAW promotion at a show that they called Windy City Classic 12. And it was for the Shimmer Championship, but Mercedes Martinez retained.
All right, then. Now you got a lock up here. Oh, and Mercedes immediately at the bridge. You just got to love Mercedes' technique. We really saw that on display against Princessa Suhei. And now Abbey, though, going to fire back. But Mercedes immediately kicks her off. And then brushes it off on top of that. Now, let's see if we're going to get a lockup here.
Abbey go behind, though.
Nice go behind there by Laith.
Oh, nice takedown. Is that 2 points, John?
Yeah, it would be 2 points, partner. And nice escape there by Mercedes. That would be 1 point for the escape. And right into the front face lock. I got to say, partner.
Fujiwara. Oh, the reverse into the crucifix pin. Oh, my God, this chain wrestling. Yes.
I am a big fan of both women. Obviously, I have somewhat of a personal tie to Abbey Laith and Mercedes. Oh, what a slap. Mercedes, I just grew to respect from the little that I watched of her in Shimmer as it relates to her wars with Athena, now Ember Moon. But I just love how calm Mercedes stays under pressure. even when Abbey's in the dominant position, you don't really see Mercedes get flustered. Almost as if she knows it's only temporary. Nice key-lock. They're gonna try and take her down. Oh, I thought for the armbar. Instead, they're going to do the leg scissors around the head. Now Mercedes is going to pivot. And another slap there. And now Mercedes is going to pick Abbey Laith up. That's a chop. What a chop that was there.
Oh, and the slap to the face. Oh, and she's just punching her. Those are not forearms, people. Those are punches.
Yeah, ref having to back Mercedes off there. And now Snapmare takeover.
Abby's sparkly purple lipstick is about to turn red.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Abbey. Oh, she's rolling her up. She's got her rolled up. Only a 2 count, though. Not even really a 2 count.
Yeah, she had to work to get that roll.
She went for the reverse roundhouse, but the split. We know she's done that before for a jawbreaker. Oh, and there she does it again. Yes. That's cool to see. I'm telling you, man. I don't necessarily think Abbey Laith is going to be like the big star that we kind of seen like Charlotte and Sasha Banks turn into, but she is marketable as hell.
Yeah, oh, nice spin kick, and Mercedes kicks out.
I can't wait for her to be super successful in NXT and then move it to the main roster and get ruined by main roster writing.
I know, right? Such a great time for everyone. Not really. Yeah. We laugh so we don't cry. And now, nice clubby blow there to the back. And now picking up.
Seeing that right there, folks, that's something you absolutely will not hear from JR and Lita.
Exactly.
Honesty. That's something you won't get from them.
Yeah, gotta keep those paychecks coming.
Oh, nice snapper with the roll through, but Mercedes kicks her. She caught her. I did not see that coming. Oh, 2. Oh, no, only a 2 count.
Well, Mercedes clearly did, evidenced by the brilliant counter. And that's what 16 years of experience will get you. So
I'm guessing that she probably got caught by that in their last match, and she knew how to counter it this time around.
And now Mercedes, oh, look at the forearms there.
Oh, and the knife edge chop.
And now Mercedes firing up. You could see the expression change. She is pissed. I mean, granted, I think that's her default setting, but I digress.
Chop. Forearm. And now she went for the third forearm. Well, too often, though. And, she blocked it. Abbey blocking these forearms and returning fire with chops of her own.
Great chops there.
Lightning chops. Maybe taking a page out of Kairi Sane's playbook.
Oh, nice kick there. Falls out of the cover.
Only a 1, though.
Yeah, Mercedes, tough as nails.
Yeah. That's interesting to me about Mercedes, that she keeps kicking out before the referee's hand even hits for the 2, much less 3.
I'll tell you, I mean, Abbey Laith, it really may come down to that alligator clutch. I mean, she's won both of her matches so far with it, to get to this point. Nice lariat in the corner there.
Oh, nice kicks here to the chest.
Great measured shoot kicks there.
Yeah. Referee backing Abbey away because obviously Mercedes is in the corner. There is a 5 count. Oh, I think she wanted a monkey flip, but Mercedes just throws her off.
Oh, what a stomp.
And then a stomp right to the clavicle.
That was a vicious stomp. That could just drive all the wind out of Abbey Laith there. Now Mercedes measuring her.
Oh, jumping forearm.
Off the ropes.
Big boot.
What a boot right to the face.
Off the ropes again. If she hits this. Oh.
And another
like a drop kick face wash.
Yeah, that was beautifully done there by Mercedes Martinez. This is what she came to do in this tournament, beat people up and win. In that order. And now going to the outside here.
She's come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and she's all out of bubblegum.
Exactly. And now, oh, God, this is going to be a suplex on the ring apron. Look at Abbey, though. Smart, wrapped her arm around the rope.
Yeah,
she's got a hand on it.
She's really savvy, man.
Absolutely. I mean,
and there's that boot knocked Mercedes all the way off the apron.
I wonder if we're gonna get maybe another middle rope suicida here from Abbey Laith, or maybe a different kind of dive. She's looking at the turnbuckle.
She is going up top. She's not content with a tope suicida, John.
Well, hey, I mean, you win this, you go to the semifinals. You got to go big at this point. And now watching Mercedes Martinez. Nice dive there.
It looks almost like they're hugging now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if Mercedes is in a good mood, she'll do the hugging post-match. I doubt it, but and you see the ref beginning his count there.
Oh, man. Yeah, the ref is counting, and these women are both down and out, lying next to each other in almost the exact same way.
Yeah, you feel like they were cloud gazing or something.
Right?
And Abbey Laith, she got the last offensive maneuver.
That one looks like a bunny.
Abbey got the last offensive maneuver.
That one looks like a little chick. That one looks like a little chick, too. Oh, wait, no, that's actual little chicks flying around my head because I'm knocked the hell out.
And Mercedes actually was cognizant enough to clutch the rope first, which is kind of surprising. But Abbey, you're going to go for the cover.
No, only a 2 count.
Yeah, you had to know it was going to be a 2 count. Mercedes had way too much time to gather herself. And
so though it was worth going for the pin because really that was like you don't do a devastating offensive maneuver like that and then just kind of roll with it as if you didn't do it.
Right.
She's hurting though. Abbey is hurting. Oh, and now I think Abbey was going for the alligator clutch, but Mercedes just kind of kicked her off of her.
Hey, that's smart. That's having your opponent scouted, and again, that's being a 16-year
vet. Mercedes sending Abbey to the outside. Are we going to get a Mercedes dive now?
We might.
Something tells me Mercedes isn't the diving type.
Yeah, I was even going to say Mercedes definitely strikes me with how she's carrying herself in this tournament to have a more conservative style. Not going to take any unnecessary chances.
Looks like she's going to try and suplex Abbey into the ring.
That would be smart. I mean, you get Abbey back in the ring, and you do offensive damage. Oh, Abbey, though, rolled out.
Abbey, German. With a bridge. 2. And Mercedes does kick out.
That was a beautiful bridge there by Abbey Laith. And you have to imagine that Abbey is thinking, just get that alligator clutch. Get that move in. And I could punch my ticket to the semifinals of the Mae Young Classic.
Oh, man, she's got a limp. She's limping on that left leg.
She is. Now, again.
Oh, she is going for the alligator clutch, but Mercedes rolls out and then an open hand slap. Oh, and the boot.
Kick.
She's got her set up for the Buster. Yeah. Oh, wow, and she hit it.
That's going to do
it. The Fisherman Buster, and that is going to be it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Mercedes wins.
Mercedes goes to the semifinals. Hell, I mean, again, if anything stayed alive in my bracket and a lot got blown up, my final for the moment is staying alive. Mercedes has beaten Abbey Laith. She's just got to win her semifinal matchup, and I do think she'll be seeing Shayna Baszler there.
Oh, John, you and your intelligent picking. Here I was thinking that the giant, scary German lady was actually going to make it to the finals to be a foil for Kairi.
Right. Hey, man, and you can thank Abbey Laith for blowing that up. And, I mean, she was great in this tournament.
Hey, man, she's so mean to me. She really hates me. She blew my bracket up, and then she didn't even do the same to you.
I know, right?
Well, maybe Abbey, why you got to be so cold?
Maybe somewhere I exercised some telepathy or something. I reminded her of our Force One connection, and she's like, "No, I got you. I'll sleep on this one. I'll do the rest of my best work in NXT."
Yeah,
advances to the semifinals.
I really like Mercedes Martinez. I am so glad that they brought her in for this.
Oh, dude, me as well.
I actually heard that they were going to have Nicole Matthews. I think she was like an alternate. And she, obviously, they didn't need her because she was an alternate, and they didn't need an alternate.
Yeah, and Mercedes.
I think it was Nixon Newell was originally supposed to be in this, so they did have to use an alternate, but I don't know who the alternate was.
And there's Candice LeRae. You know, it's going to be Candice versus Shayna Baszler. But you know what, though? I mean, like you said in Candice's last match against Nicole.
Oh, you know what? I think that the first alternate might have actually been Santana Garrett, and that might be why she lost in the first round.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, Candice versus Shayna. I did not realize that Shayna was 5'7".
Yeah, that's a very interesting stat. As what I was getting ready to say was when you think about Candice LeRae in this, I mean, you said something very poignant in her match with Nicole Savoy, and that's that Candice is all too familiar in her career, you know, what it means to take a beating and to just keep on going. I feel like if anybody's the perfect opponent for Shayna Baszler, it may very well be Candice LeRae. Because, I mean, she's got the heart and the resilience And we'll see if Shayna is capable of ripping that heart out of Candice's chest. We'll find that out momentarily. As Johnny, of course, looking on.
Johnny, did you see that expression on Johnny's face?
Yeah.
He had this like, damn, she's hot. Like, it's cool to see a couple that's married now and they still have the hots for each other.
Yeah, and it was like he was thinking, damn, she's hot. And then the realization, oh, wait, I'm married to her. I win at everything.
Except for tag teams breaking up. You lose that.
Yeah, I was going to say, except for friendship, because...
Hey, she is his best friend now, my friend.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's winning as far as I'm concerned.
And there is Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, and Shayna is she's gonna be really interesting to see how much of a beating Candice can take here, because like we've seen Candice. I mean, we just saw Candice take on, who was it that she went against in the second round? I forget.
It was Nicole Savoy.
Yeah. So basically, if she manages to get through Shayna, she will have had to go through the entire trifecta in order to get to the finals. But yeah. I don't know if she's going to get through Shayna here. This is, oh damn. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought Nicole Savoy was technically probably considered the favorite in that match. So Candice really has kind of been the underdog since the first round. But, man, this is extreme underdog. This is like Sami Zayn versus Brock Lesnar type shit.
Oh, wow. Shayna straight up showed her back to Candice.
Yep.
Don't get any more disrespectful than that. I think so little of you, I can turn my back on you and not even break a sweat.
I wonder if Shayna does win this, since then her next opponent would be, oh, my God, just a knee to the face. Her next opponent would be Mercedes, so I wonder if we would get our first handshake of the tournament from Shayna in that match.
I mean, probably. They do run together. Mercedes said, look, if I face either Nicole or Shayna, like, they know what it's about. They know I'm going to do anything I can to win in advance, and I would expect them to do the same.
Oh, look at that, though. Candice got out of the way. And then she kicking her in the hip there, it looked like. And then she knocked her to the outside. We know Candice can do dives. She might even do a DDT. We've seen her do that a lot in PWG.
And now off the ropes.
Oh, yeah, that's a DDT, yes!
Wow. And what does it mean about the toughness of Shayna Baszler that Candice decided in this match? That's when I'm going to break that out.
Yeah, she hasn't used it yet in the tournament.
And now you see again that DDT just driving Shayna into the steel ramp. And it could be a move like that that just keeps Shayna out of sorts for the remainder of this contest, which would bode very well for Candice LeRae.
Candice going for the pin. 2. Oh, I think that's the earliest anybody's managed to get a 2 count on Shayna so far. She's one of the kicks out at 1 types in this tournament. Oh, Candice going for the octopus.
And she got it. But again, you think with the MMA experience and how adept Shayna is at, encountering submissions and everything else. And there, oh!
Candice, though, look at this. Gargano escape! She won her first round match with this.
Is she going to win this match with it? Is she going to go to the semis with the Gargano escape? And Shayna
is struggling to get to the ropes, man. Candice might kick the rope. Yeah, Candice kicked the rope. Oh, but Shayna's still right there. Oh, and now that allowed Shayna to reverse.
Counter by Shayna.
She's got her up like a freaking baby into a side slam. Jesus.
But hey, kudos to Candice, because I feel like she's taken Shayna to the limit more than anybody thus far.
She's definitely given her more of a challenge early on in their match than anyone else has, but I think that was a strategy. I think Candice is trying to win this match early and quickly so that she wouldn't have to feel the wrath of Shayna.
Well, I think she looks at this match.
Oh, what a boot! Look at Candice.
Yeah. Candice being very aggressive, and I welcome it.
She's heading up to the middle rope, though.
What's Candice thinking here?
Probably crossbody, if I had to guess. Maybe even DDT. Oh, doesn't matter. Shayna cut her off.
Now Shayna going to scale the top rope.
Oh, is she going to hit her? Oh, God. She's got her in a gut wrench. Oh, my God. Oh, Candice fighting out, though. Elbows to the back.
Candice staying in this.
Oh, is she going to hit the Miss LeRae's? Oh, God, I forget what the name of the move is now.
Wild Ride.
She didn't hit it, though. Oh, God. Rear naked choke. She's tapping already. Wow, that's it. Holy shit.
What a counter to Miss LeRae's wild
Let go.
ride.
Holy shit, what are you doing?
I think Shayna wants to prove a point. And this is really getting uncomfortable here. She has not relented on that choke. The match is over.
Yeah, that is messed up.
I think this is a message. It's a weird message you'd want to send to somebody that's allegedly your friend in Mercedes Martinez. But you know what? Maybe Shayna, on some level, she's got to be a proud competitor given her MMA experience and everything else. Maybe she just felt embarrassed by Candice in the early goings of that match and really wanted to punctuate this.
I think she's pissed because of how popular Candice is.
Yeah, and then Shayna wanted to take this all the way. We could be looking at one of the Mae Young Classic finalists here, because I know I've been picking Mercedes, but if anybody could make an omelet and get all that egg on my face, it is Shayna Baszler. What a beast. Here we're going to see again, folks. I mean, just some of the highlights. There's that tope suicida into the DDT. Beautifully done by Candice. And then you see the Gargano escape, a tribute to her husband, Johnny Gargano, who had to watch in horror, I presume, at that prolonged rear naked choke. And there you see Shayna so adept at countering submissions. And then this is Miss LeRae's wild ride countered into the rear naked choke.
Damn, Candice, you were right there, too. You could have grabbed the ropes. And then if Shayna wouldn't have relented, you would have won by DQ. Imagine that.
I know, right? I think Shayna, I mean, maybe she'll argue that she blacked out or whatever, heat of the moment, but man, I mean, she kept that locked in. And yeah, the ref won't even have to bother raising Candice's hand because she's getting checked on right now. And Shayna Baszler going to the semifinals of this tournament.
Yep, pick up the big win.
And you see this crowd not appreciative.
Johnny's in the ring.
And like Johnny just looking at her like, you took that way too far, Shayna. And oh, look at that. Shayna with just a little kick before leaving. Wow.
Well, I mean, if their goal was to get me to want to see somebody beat the shit out of Shayna, they've succeeded.
Yeah, you got to wonder what Mercedes is thinking about that, because, again, they are running buddies. You know, they are in the trifecta together, and they are friends. But Mercedes, you know, I wonder if she's going to have a plan for that rear naked choke, because somebody would have had to have developed a plan. Either an ability to get to the ropes or a counter or something. But, yeah, so far nobody's been able to stop Shayna Baszler. Again, ready here to go into our second half of episode 7.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've got 2 matches left. And Toni Storm versus Piper Niven will be the first. Yeah,
this should be a very interesting bout.
I've seen this match. I'm trying to remember what promotion it was for. I want to say it was for Progress, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I have seen this match. It happened earlier this year in like the spring, maybe. Yeah, like springtime, like March, April-ish. And it was decent. It wasn't anything great. So I'm hoping that they can outdo their previous selves in this match.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, Piper had a great contest against Serena Deeb that I thoroughly enjoyed. And on the other
definitely
hand,
appreciated what Serena brought to the table in that, with kind of the innovative offense and really just kind of doing anything she can to overcome the size differential.
Yeah.
But again, we just kind of saw Piper just kind of, you know, using that size and that power to her advantage.
Exactly. And you know, Piper, she's packing that Piper bomb, you know, which is pretty much like, you know, a Vader bomb, that splash in the corner. And, you know, that could be enough to beat Toni Storm right there. But if not, I mean, she does have that driver that she also likes to employ. She's won both of her matches thus far.
Doesn't she call that the Piper driver? So she's got 2 moves named after herself.
Yeah. Very confident in her own ability and how it's taken her this far. So can't really say that I blame her given all that. But Toni Storm has definitely been one of our favorites in this tournament. And when I say our, I mean not just you and me, but our audience watching and choosing TwitWow coverage for their Mae Young Classic experience, which we greatly appreciate. Ref now checking over Piper Niven. I guess the ref failed to realize that Piper is the weapon. But here comes Toni Storm here.
And here comes Toni.
Top hats for Toni, people.
Top hats for Toni, everyone. Where are they? Oh, they're already up in chat. Everyone's using them.
Yeah, and Toni Storm. She would love to go to the finals. Hell, she would love to be the inaugural Mae Young Classic winner. Piper stands in the way of her doing that. It's no small obstacle. I mean, Piper's proven herself very capable in this.
And I'm really hoping Toni wins this. I'm really hoping she does, because when she does, hopefully if she does, whoever wins this match goes on to face the winner of our next match, which is Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai. So I'm really hoping it's Toni, because then we would get either her versus Kairi or her versus Dakota. And either of those matches I'm very excited about. And here you see Toni 5'2". We've got a lot of really small women in this tournament. I mean, Candice was 5'2", Toni's 5'2", Kairi, I believe, is 5'1".
And now ref calling for the show of respect here, and it is given.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta wonder if Toni's had any time to scout Piper, or vice versa for that matter, and what each woman has learned about the other, you know, their strengths, their deficiencies, how to exploit the latter, how to avoid the former.
Toni is, I think she's worn different gear. I think both of these women have worn different gear for every match so far.
And now, oh, you see Piper going to very easily have the strength advantage, but Toni, though, able to pivot and get Piper around in the corner. I think that took Piper by surprise. And, oh, Piper did that to Serena in the last round, and now Toni returning the favor there to Piper. I like that. Shows that Toni's willing to play head games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Piper calling for a test of strength.
You know, I'm not entirely convinced that Piper is significantly stronger than Toni. We know for a fact that she's bigger than Toni, but I think Toni has a sort of an underrated power game to her.
I would agree with that. Oh, but Piper here. It's Toni down. 2. And Toni shoulder off the canvas again.
Again,
now
too.
The other shoulder off the canvas.
And Piper, is she going to break it with her feet? Yeah. Is Toni strong enough? Yes, she is. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's that power game. She's got those tree trunk thighs, I'm telling you. Oh, and the monkey flip.
And now keeping the hands clasped. And now both women shooting their shoulders off the canvas. And now both women shooting the alternating shoulders off the canvas.
Oh, into the bridge.
Wow, I did not expect this spot from these two. Now the handshake.
And the handshake.
And they go right back to it. Oh.
They keep the handshake locked in, though. One of them, or maybe both of them, is probably thinking about some kind of offense that they can do out of this.
Oh, and
Piper went for the left hook. Toni ducked into the arm wrench. Piper ducks under into an arm wrench of her own.
And now
Toni, same thing. Toni into the bridge, does the back flip, does the front flip, into the arm wrench of her own. Maybe trying to transition into a hammerlock, maybe not.
Possibly.
This is just a wrist lock, right, John?
Yeah. And now Piper, look at this. Going to try and regain the lead, and she does, and now just drives Toni down to the canvas.
Bit of STO there.
Yeah, all with the wrist, all with the arm control there.
Referee Jess Carr checking to make sure Toni's shoulders aren't on the mat. Toni doing a bridge, but that's a mistake. Oh, Piper with the splash. There. 1, 2. Toni kicks out.
And that tells me Piper's ready to take this match out of first gear and go right into second gear. You know, the warm-up is over. The cutesy stuff is over. Piper with that splash, all of her weight coming down on Toni Storm. And now, what a forearm there, right to the chest. And now, splash in the corner there. And now Toni Storm receding to the other corner. She needs to think of something. She needs to mount a defensive here because Piper is all over her.
Oh, Toni up and over. German, maybe?
No way. I do think Toni's strong enough, but Piper, I think, is still too with it all. And another crossbody. And kick out there by Toni Storm. Piper getting the splash earlier, and now a crossbody. And I'll tell you, when you have the size that Piper does, and you're throwing it around effortlessly like that, and you're colliding with people's their lungs, their ribs, their everything, it's got to be so difficult to breathe. It's got to be so difficult to focus because you feel like a Mack truck is hitting you every few seconds. Now the cravat there, headbutt.
Oh, and there's a headbutt from Piper.
And now, we're going to pick Toni Storm up.
Cravat into with a snapmare takedown. She going to do another crossbody? Yep.
And another one there. And again, each time, and again,
Toni kicks out.
Gotta give
credit. God, splash. Senton.
Senton there. And Toni, that really hurt her. You could see on the face, too. And again, a kick out. Toni
you might as well just turn Toni's insides into a stew at this point.
Yeah. You could liquefy them and just put them in a freaking baggie.
Put all of her internal organs into a freaking blender and hit frappe.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better, partner. Front face lock here by Piper.
She's going for the Piper driver. Toni, though, nice lung blower, inverted lung blower.
Now we'll see how Toni can capitalize here. That inverted lung blower might have just done the damage. And now Piper definitely favoring her back.
Yeah.
Now she's going to try.
Toni's still got a lot going on, though. She's still recovering from the puree.
Yeah. Toni's like, okay, this is my large intestine. This is the small. Okay, my ribs haven't cracked. And
could be
a cannonball.
No, but Toni got out of the way. Toni got out of the way. Toni's doing a cannonball. Oh, the hip check. That's right. I almost thought she was going to do a cannonball of her own, but she did the hip check.
And look at Toni firing up, letting a scream out into the heavens. She knows that offensive maneuver, that could be the opening she needed. She's got to capitalize here. She's got to get on Piper. And now, Toni saying this is it. Waist lock.
She really wants that German, man. We've seen her win with a reverse neck breaker. I don't know if she'll be able to get that off on Piper.
And now Piper there with the back elbows.
Oh, going for the Piper driver. She hit it.
Wow,
that's going to be it, isn't it? 1, 2. Oh, no. Toni kicks out.
Toni staying in it. Wow. And
Toni Storm. How tough is this woman?
Multiple splashes and cross bodies from Piper, and then the Piper driver on top of it. Well,
you know what, though? That might be an opportunity because it looks like Piper is really frustrated. She might just make a mistake here that Toni might be able to take advantage of.
Well, you could even see in Piper's body language, she wasn't anticipating the kick out. Nobody had kicked out of the Piper driver before this.
God, she's going to go for a cannonball. And she hit it this time. She missed it the first time, hit it the second time. Oh, and now she's going to go for the Piper bomb.
Almost seems like she doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Are her and Toni like friends? They have a long-standing friendship I don't know about? Because
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, but Toni!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Middle rope German suplex.
And now Toni here.
What is she doing? She's going up top?
I think her finisher is called Zero Force. I wonder how at the time Toni is feeling it here. I think she's just thinking, I'm alive. And leg drop.
Leg drop.
I could
into
do
the pin. 2. And that's it.
Wow.
Toni Storm picks up the win and goes on to face either Dakota Kai or Kairi Sane. I think objectively it's most likely going to be Kairi Sane, but I'm going to be pulling for Dakota.
Hey, we've had upsets before in this tournament. Anything can happen. Toni Storm just beat Piper, and I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely sure. I definitely had my doubts about this match. I wanted Toni to win, but it was definitely a question given how dominant Piper was. But the moment Toni kicked out of the Piper driver, I'm like, okay, they're definitely giving this to Toni.
I have heard that Toni is signed to NXT and that she's currently on a tour in Stardom and then probably maybe even working other indie dates, just kind of finish up her previously agreed to dates. But I've heard that she is signed to a Performance Center contract, or an NXT contract, I guess it would be. So hopefully we see her either by the end of the year or at least by TakeOver New Orleans.
Oh, that would be wonderful. And here you see Piper's moral dilemma. do I do this to my friend? But it's the Mae Young Classic. You got to win by any means necessary.
And Toni immediately shooting up, getting that waist lock and throwing her with that German.
Yeah, I mean, the leverage was on her side with Piper being perched on the top rope, whereas Toni was more grounded, and then you see the leg drop here. Beautifully done. I feel like she could have even pinned Piper off the German if you want my honest assessment, but I can understand her wanting to go the extra mile with somebody as tough as Piper Niven. And Toni, I think, is trying to fight back the tears. She is going to the semifinals. She is one match away from the Mae Young Classic finals.
She is all kinds of beat up and battered and bruised and all kinds of messed up on her insides, and yet she still picked up the win. And she's going to be in another grueling match. Whether it's against Dakota Kai or Kairi Sane, though, we will find out next.
Yeah. Man, that match is going to be something else.
Can we just combine their names and call her Dakota Kairi Sane?
That would be the most incredible fusion ever.
Yeah. Is Kairi your favorite in this tournament?
Yeah. I mean, again, that woman's single-handedly going to turn me babyface.
Okay, so that's good, though, because that means that Dakota Kairi Sane would be a fusion of our favorites.
And they'd be unstoppable, winning every women's championship in history.
Oh, God, they're actually showing this. God damn it.
Well, I guess I couldn't avoid it forever, huh?
I can't do this again. I'm not doing it.
Are you hiding your face right now?
Yeah, in my blanket.
Oh, my God, that's precious.
I can't do it. I can't do it, John. I'm not doing it.
And now, oh, man, I don't even have audio on, so this makes it even funnier because I'm just kind of filling in the bubbles for myself. Yeah. It's so cringy it hurts. Like, physically hurts. So at least I was smart to watch it on mute then, it seems like. That's good at least.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know how much it made a difference because I don't know how physically painful it was for you to watch it while on mute. But if it wasn't physically painful, then you absolutely made the right decision.
And there is Funaki in the audience there.
Hey, Funaki. And there's Kairi Sane.
Yep, the pirate princess.
And
well, we're gonna go over to Dakota Kai.
There's Dakota Kai. That's what I'm talking about right there.
It's like, Kairi, you're all right and all, but Dakota Kai, though.
That's right.
And, it's funny because they're simply calling her finisher the double stomp, but my co-ordinator commentator here gave her a wonderful suggestion for the name of it. So I hope she adopts that, brother, and I hope you get royalty checks. Yeah, we didn't see that in the second round either. Damn. And Kairi Sane looking at the trophy. Hey, as I say about Suzuki Gun, they're pirates too, and you know what pirates love more than anything is treasure.
Booty!
Exactly, and Kairi's just looking at the treasure of the Mae Young Classic trophy, and it's like, yeah, I won it. Izzy really seems to be digging Kairi Sane too. That's always a good barometer. If I'm over with Izzy, then I'm just an amazing babyface. Yeah, pretty well. I don't know about that, because I don't know if you remember, but there was a picture floating around of Izzy in an Alexa Bliss t-shirt. Yeah, she even had her own heel turn. I'm telling you, turning heel. It's too good not to do it. Until Kairi Sane shows up. Yeah. In which case, being babyface is just too good not to do. I know, right? I'm like, is it time for me to turn already? It's just getting the party started with all this scumbaggery. But if Kairi ever turned heel, I don't even know if my heart could take it. I'd be like, oh, God, the last pure source of innocence on this planet has been snuffed out by cynicism and reality. There is and here comes Dakota Kai. I think my favorite theme song in this tournament. Oh, she ditched the pigtails. Okay. I think my favorite theme song in this tournament is Toni Storm's, but I'm pretty sure Dakota is a really close second. Yeah, again, I'll have to go back and listen to all the themes from the Mae Young
Hashtag Team Kick. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
This is going to be a physical bout. I mean, I can't wait for entrances to formally be over so these two can just do this.
Absolutely.
And Dakota Kai, I think she knows the fight she's in for, and I would only assume that Kairi knows the fight that she's in for. You don't make it to the quarterfinals on an accident. You make it to this stage by being damn good at what you do, and you're looking at two of the best right here.
Kairi Sane has gotten here by defeating Tessa Blanchard and Bianca Belair. Dakota Kai has gotten here by defeating Kavita Devi and Rhea Ripley.
You could argue that both paths were fairly easy. I mean, they weren't without their difficulties, but I think the real challenge starts in this match.
Believe it or not, Dakota Kai's opponents are more experienced than Kairi Sane's opponents have been. And since we're talking about experience, Kairi Sane has only been wrestling for like 5 years. Dakota has been wrestling for 7. So there's an experience advantage on Dakota Kai's side, and Dakota's defeated more experienced opponents so far as well. So, on paper, Dakota Kai looks like she has an advantage, but it is Kairi Sane. So let's be real.
And there's the side headlock there by Kairi Sane into the headlock takeover.
Yep.
And Dakota, I think she wanted the leg scissors. Now she's going to get it.
She's got it. Kairi kicks out. And we're back to Eves.
Kairi saying, okay. I see you. I see what you're about. Lock up again here.
Another lock up. Oh, Dakota went for the kick. Kairi went for the back fist. Oh, and Dakota with the pose. Yeah, the ninja pose, baby.
Yeah, Dakota ready to fight, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And Kairi saying,
her arm seems to be doing better than it was in the last round. So she's not really, if she is in pain, she's not really showing it. Oh, a little bit of a cheap shot there. I dig it.
Nice kick to the gut. Oh, but Kairi off the ropes.
Oh, Polish hammer. She loves those Polish hammers, man.
And
Blockbuster. Almost a headhunter, reminiscent of Yoshihashi.
Yeah, repping, the Japanese wrestling tradition quite nicely, as Kairi saying.
I love that I can say that, and it sounds like Yoshihashi is like this big deal legend when he's just like some random dude in New Japan.
I know, right? And now
there's Kairi Sane channeling the great Yoshihashi.
Yeah.
Like, if people don't know about New Japan, they think that I'm like legit talking about like this big deal guy, but no, it's just Yoshihashi.
And now
chops. No lightning chops, though. I mean, if we were to talk about lightning chops, I'd be able to bring up Kojima, who is a legitimate big deal.
I was going to do it. I was waiting for those lightning chops.
Oh, there's the kick to the head. How flexible is Dakota Kai?
Very flexible. We've learned that in this match.
Oh, she just flipped her right out. Oh, for the pin.
The cover.
2.
Kairi staying in this.
Oh, what's Dakota doing here?
Got her now.
Back up against the turnbuckle. Face wash. Face wash. Yes. Off the ropes. And nailed it. Oh, my God. That was devastating.
What a strike. And Kairi even checking, like, putting her hand to her cheek. 2. And Kairi kicks out. That was a hard shot by Dakota Kai.
Oh, I hope that knee isn't in pain. She does have it wrapped, so.
Yeah, she did wince a little bit. Getting up there.
Forearm. Dakota getting beat down here. We've got Kairi on offense. Oh, but there's the roundhouse, the behind the back kick from Dakota. We saw her use that in our last match, but only a 2 count.
Nice.
She really stunned Rhea Ripley with that, but it took Kairi all the way down.
And now Dakota Kai, you can see the expression change. She feels like she's got the momentum. She's got to be thinking about her kill shot. Nice shoot kick there to the back.
Off the ropes. Kairi off the ropes as well, though. Spear!
Kairi with the spear. Hey, both women who use spears as a finisher are gone. Serena Deeb and Bianca Belair, who Kairi Sane eliminated in the case of the latter. So I guess that spear was up for grabs, and Kairi Sane decided to employ it. And now, nice sledge, another sledge, 3rd sledge.
Oh, Kairi off the ropes. Drop kick to the back.
Nice drop kick there.
I'm sure that hurt the back, but it also slammed Dakota's neck up against the rope. Oh, double stomp of her own. Kairi returning fire with Dakota's signature move. 1, 2, and Dakota kicks out.
Nice kick out there by Dakota Kai.
I'm really struggling with that name, Dakota.
And Kairi now measuring Dakota. Drop
toe hold.
What a counter by Dakota Kai.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to call it Kai-O kick.
Yeah, the Kai-O kick there by Dakota Kai. And oh my God, Kairi looks spaced.
Oh, and she pulled her away from the ropes. 2. Oh, and only a 2 count.
Hey, Dakota Kai did everything right there. Kairi Sane is just that tough. I mean, that Kaio kick, that was just beautifully done. Oh, elbow right to the knee.
Oh my God, the back fist of the future. Jesus.
Yeah, and now Dakota, you can see her crumpling there, not completely.
And Kairi Irish whip Dakota into the corner. Following through. Dakota out, though. Forearm? I think that was a forearm. Goes for another forearm, though. Kairi blocked it. Kairi with a forearm of her own. Oh, Kairi going up top. Are we going to get an apron plex? No, Kairi. Oh, no. Dakota is going up.
Dakota now.
We might get a superplex, though. Oh. She might not even let go. She might keep her feet up on the top rope so that she can do the elbow drop.
She might. Now you see the shots to the side.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, she missed. She missed the stomp and it hurt her knee.
Yeah, you could definitely tell it.
Heidi, though, powering up. I don't know what she's going for here, but.
I think that forearm, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. God, that's such a cool highlight in her matches now, too.
And there it is.
She didn't really do the pose in the air. She didn't really get as much air as she did in the first round.
2.
And Dakota kicks out.
Dakota staying in it. Kairi saying, that's it. I'm getting ready to end this right here.
Off the ropes. Forearm again. Going for the pin. 2. Dakota kicks out.
Yeah, Dakota staying in this. Kairi even wondering, like, are you sure, ref? You sure that wasn't 3? No, the ref was in perfect position. Like I said about Kairi earlier to Dakota when her offense failed, Dakota is just
she's got her up in an Alabama slam position. She used that to set up for the elbow drop in the first round. Dakota Kai tried to turn it into a roll up.
To the head.
Yeah, roundhouse kick there right to the head. Oh, she's got her set up. You can go for the double stomp here, Dakota. You can win this. Oh, what's she doing? She's picking her up. Why are you picking her up? Slammed her head. Oh, is she going to go for another Kaio kick?
She might be thinking it. I don't know. I don't really trust this.
She is. Oh, went to the well too often, though. And now Kairi just beating her down, taking advantage. And now she's going to go for the Alabama slam.
I don't know if Dakota's going to have another counter to this. There it is. And now we know here what Kairi likes to do. Calling for that elbow drop. I don't know. She took a little long herself, but I don't know if Dakota's going to have a counter to this.
She's charging it up.
Yeah, Kairi getting all kinds of fired up here. And...
oh, and there it is.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a counter first, but no, she drove it in. 2, 3.
And that's it.
But hey, Dakota Kai was brilliant. I cannot wait to see more of her in the future. Kairi saying, though, punching her ticket to the semifinals where she'll meet Toni Storm. And we know the history between those two women. What a match that is going to be. And Kairi, you see the emotion all over her face. She's so grateful to be in the Mae Young Classic. I know all these women are. But I think now her gratitude shifts to still being in it, to being in the semifinals.
I love that the two sides of this bracket is like the darkest timeline and then the most adorable timeline.
Yeah. And you see that initial miss of the double stomp. I think that's when it went all downhill from there for Dakota Kai. She did get a little bit of offense after that, but it wasn't quite the same as when her knee buckled after missing the double stomp.
Yeah. It's like as soon as Abbey, Laith, and Candice LeRae got eliminated, that timeline just became like the darkest possible, like, oh my God, these people are out to kill me kind of timeline.
Exactly.
And meanwhile, all of the brightest, like happiest girls on the right side of the bracket have been winning.
Friendship, everybody, yeah. And then the dark side's like, no. And yep, Kairi Sane wins. What a great matchup. Cannot wait for the semifinals because you're talking Mercedes Martinez versus Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane versus Toni Storm. Oh, look at Kairi. I think she wanted to hug Dakota all match, and now they got a chance to do it.
Oh, now Dakota's leaving. Man, she's beat up. She's got the knee. She's got the arm. And now, I mean, obviously that elbow drop, she's got the chest, too, to worry about.
Exactly.
Maybe and some ribs.
Kairi's saluting
clavicle,
everybody.
sternum.
Yeah, I mean, that elbow drop was just devastating. And, I'm sure.
Kairi doing the elbows to the crowd. That's cool.
I mean, we know that Cassius Ohno's in attendance. He's got to even marvel at her elbow drop. Like, damn, I thought I could throw an elbow.
Absolutely.
But Kairi Sane's a beast. And yeah, that's more or less episode 7. We're getting some last-minute breakdowns here of the semis.
We already know what our semis are going to be. John just went over them. So, guys, I guess we're going to close this out here, or at least start closing it out here. Whew, this has been a great day of women's wrestling. This was definitely a better day than last week. And last week was pretty freaking good, too. So it's not like, we went from awful to acceptable. We went from good to really freaking good.
Exactly.
So, all right, guys. John, you have anything you want to say before we close this thing out?
I am so freaking excited for the semifinals. Is it going to be Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane in the finals, or is it going to be like another matchup? I don't know, man. It's way up in the air. You couldn't ask for 2 better semifinals matches. Can't wait to get into episode 8 with you.
Absolutely. I will have the bracket updated in the background by the time we get there. But until then, guys, remember to leave a like the video. I know there are 12 people watching right now. We only have 4 likes. Get that up. All 12 of you should have this video liked. We'll make sure that when the video is fully processed, you leave a comment so that we know your thoughts on the tournament, on this episode, on our commentary, on everything. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. And once you do, click on the bell icon that pops up so that you will be notified anytime we go live with one of these live streams. Never miss one. And then, of course, there are 2 different ways that you can choose to support us, one of which is Patreon, the other of which is by buying merchandise on Teespring. We have a wide variety of merchandise available, and we have a wide variety of types of merchandise available, from T-shirts to mugs to stickers. And on Patreon, if you donate a mere $3 a month, you will get access to our exclusive Twitwa Patron Discord. And that also will add up. Or if you'd like, you can just do one big payment and you can request a live reaction from us to a wrestling show of your choosing. Or if you want even more, you can request a live reaction and a review combo. Either way, the choice is yours. Follow us both on Twitter, like the official Twitwow Facebook page. And of course, if you are on Reddit, check out the official Twitwow subreddit. This has been a lot of fun, and we are very excited to get to the semifinals, which will be in like 2.5 minutes. So, of course, I will leave a link to that episode in well, not in the description, but in the chat, the live chat right now, so that everyone that's in there right now can join us live for episode 4, or episode 8, I guess it's the 4th episode today. And we will see you all over there. But, of course, you've got to remember to stay tuned.